Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like Rumble is still starting. Twitch. Like it's starting to boot on up. The YouTube thumbnail. Okay, YouTube's good to go. Twitch is good to go. There's also a new patch, and I think my menu is actually running a little bit more efficiently. But I will have to find out soon enough. And looks like everything's good to go. So let's go get started. Probably should actually find a replay first. I've been running a little bit slow. So many things to do, so limited amount of time. That sort of feeling. There was also a recent balance patch. I took a brief glimpse, nothing too crazy. Primarily a couple nerfs to English and Ayubids, where the English White Tower rework or bonuses got toned down a little bit, and then the Ayubids had their military wing reinforcement slightly toned down, where it takes time to spawn with the first desert raider rather than being instantaneously, which seems a good balance change. Additionally, it looks like they're starting to rework some stuff, the Mongols and the Rus. Oh yeah, and whatever patch they had, now my computer is running at a pretty good pace, so I'm no longer having lag issues. Look at this. Beforehand, I couldn't navigate the menu this much. They must have had something. I should have took a look at the main menu. I wonder if they actually watch my streams. It feels like a couple things I point out does eventually get fixed, and I don't know if anybody else really points them out. Don't really follow many other streamers. Pretty much in any of the games I cast. Give me one moment. I want to get my place. Sorry. And now let's go and get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side is the Green English, we have Beastie. Spawn on the top right side is the Orange Delhi Sultanate, we have May. This course is with new patch. The Delhi got a lot of balance changes involving docks, if I remember correctly, which is not going to be important in this situation. I think Delhi Sultanate has largely remained the same. They add a bit more flexibility on hybrid and water maps. And the English, let's see, their kings take a little bit longer spawn time, and the White Tower bonus production has been toned down a little bit, which I believe that's all pretty good changes. The kings basically became meta. I still believe the king should be reworked as a free respawn like the Khan. And the initial spawn could, of course, take the same time, like 50 seconds. Or maybe a resource for the king where it's like the rule of 2 in order, and Imperial Age get out second king. Even then that won't make sense. Maybe better scaling in Castle and Imperial? Not sure. Either way, when it comes to map generation, berries being clicked on up, other buried parts over here, a little bit off the side with only stone in this region. Up here we've got a massive amount of gold, as well as a bit of berries and deer, so it's probably safe expansion directions toward the left. Maybe a little bit forward to grab these deer. We do now have the Tower of Victory now being plotted in the field. And over here we've got the Abbey Kings. I remember in the previous replay, if you go down Tower of Victory into House of Learning, your Delhi Sultan man-arms, I think, become superior to English man-arms. They actually can get really good. So I think Delhi Sultan man-arms should be a good direction. However, he needs to make sure he has a good line of gold. After all, he does not have enclosures. The English economy is more well-tuned for mass man-arms production. Additionally, we have faster production speeds on on Man at Arms. Abbey Kings now being employed on the field. The first one take a little extra time, 50 seconds. Yes, that is applied to the free one as well. I'm pretty sure based on what I've been noticing is that the free king is actually a different entity than the initial king, or the first, or the built kings, due to the fact that it technically has a 0 cost. And so if I were to hide it up here, since it shows free, when the secondary king or redeployment of the king does actually show resources when highlighting it. Oh, either way, the king has been deployed on the field. We do have scouts, or is that a Ghazi Raider? We do have Ghazi Raiders not being deployed on the field. Raiders roll. Ghazi Raiders do have +2 versus heavy, so it overcomes the armor of the king. The king has 16 damage, but incredibly slow attack speed. Ghazi Raiders do have slow attack speed as well. I do believe 2 Ghazi Raiders should be able to 1v or 2v1 the king. But we do also have now this network of castles here to help the king out. So he actually does attack faster than a single Ghazi Raider, but he's still a little bit behind. He can fall back to Abbey. Once he gets out of combat, you have 6 health regen, and I think his own health regen will be affected as well, so potentially 7 health regen per second. That appears to still be 6, not 7, unless the aura effect does take a little bit extra time, but looks like it is an exclusive aura, the 6 health regen. The outpost gets deleted for some odd reason. Why? Oh, that's why. This is a little bit risky. He got rid of the outpost, which means he has to build the White Tower without the outpost. The king and scout does choke up the whole choke point there. Very fast cast for the English player. And the White Tower is a castle. Or a keep. Same difference. Enough of those stupid puns, because technically the Japanese could build castles, and not in Castle Age. Sorry, stupid jokes. Either way, we got a big round of research. Looks like the Deadly Something does now have double blacksmith field. He probably should have gone for melee damage and melee armor, range armor first, rather than going for range damage. Oh, he is getting archers out now. Running no gold is being collected on up. Somehow he got the exact amount of gold for his age up as well. The king or the knights being put on the field. Ghazi Raiders will be decent soft counter, but not a good hard counter. Spearmen be more of a hard counter. Of course, right now they're just Dark Age spearmen. Perfect at causing darkness to his opponent by poking out their eyes. The king now, of course, gets a bunch of stats upon aging on up. Still has a slow attack speed, but now has 20 damage compared to a regular knight's 24. So he is fitting for the cost, but I think the king should just be a bit more effective. At least in Imperial Age. Maybe in Imperial Age he gets ridiculous buffs. Sort of like the Khan. Because I think the Khan gets like 2, 3, 6, then 20 damage. Either way, we got Hardened Spearman now on the way. Archer is now engaging, chipping away against these units. You can always fall back to the Abbey. The Abbey will get him excellent health regen. And over here, we got the Knight taking on the Ghazi Raider. Scout is down, not a big surprise. Can the White Tower go for the Scout? No, he cannot. I wonder if that's an oversight. Either way, the knight is taking some damage there. I don't play English, so I don't really know all the quirks, and apparently just kept building scouts at the keep. That could be an oversight, honestly. Either way, the king and the knights now engaging each other. This one knight is still a little bit... Oh no, that's a different knight. He can fall back to Abbey, get healed on up. And he does abandon the Sacred Site there with the Scholar. Got the White Tower here. He's rapidly playing up gold. I think... No, he's not storing up the resource at the moment. One Gaziretta does go down. Another Gaziretta is going down. Looks like a good number of these Gazirettas are quite wounded. That's why he's pushing forward like this. He wants to secure their kills. Remember as well, Scholars are priests, which means health restoration. That knight gets trapped there. Spearman stabs the king. And the king is making his way back up north and trying to head back home. This knight is trying to run over here. Gaziretta is engaging. Not sure if a Gaziretta can beat a knight when he's down to a lot less health. And the king looks like will be focused down. Gazirettas do have standard horseman speed. Spahi, I believe, have slower horseman speed. The king is dead. Now we've got some early man-at-arms being researched, upgrading Vanguard man-at-arms to early man-at-arms. Also Spearman deploying out a gate. Gatekeeping is acceptable in certain situations. Scholar down. And we got this knight trying to fall back. This area is of course blocked on off. And he will be pursued. 20 health remaining. Make that 9 health remaining. And bop. Now we got regular man-at-arms, upgrading early man-at-arms to man-at-arms, man-at-arms. We got some knights here to capture the sector. Green overall has a pretty good destroy value. Orange is still catching on up. But picking up these knights will greatly help him out. Now this Sultan player is very far from aging on up. I'm not sure what he's eyeing. He has a large amount of wood. He's trying to go through these berries. He has 19 villagers on berries. He does have some gold generation from somewhere. He does have 2 sacred sites. Just getting some increased gold income from those sacred sites. Man-at-arms now engaging the Ghazi Raiders. They're of course Castle Age Man-at-arms with feudal age units. So it won't be a great victory for Orange, but he should still win out. More Ghazi Raiders pushing forward. And we got some English monks here who've picked up one relic, hasn't claimed any just yet. This is the relic he picked on up. The other relics are located here with an orange walls, relate here with an orange's walls, and the local doggo. And this one here with an orange's walls. So orange make it 4 relics. At least it's maintain good feud control. We do now have the armor-clad research on the way for the English player. Joining more man-at-arms now. 1 and maybe only relic will be claimed. And now we've got siege engineers almost completed by Orange. He has spent his wood, so he's not eyeing for mass battering rams at the moment. He knows about the mass man-at-arms, so he really should eye for the age up. Ghazi Raiders can engage them, but not all too great. This man-at-arms take a lot of use. He only has armor-clad, no blacksmith research. Knight taking some more damage there. Spearman will finish him off. Nope, it was one of the Ghazi Raiders. White Tower, of course, still good defensive placement. Bow damage, standard bow damage. Orange pushes forward a good number of Delhi Raiders. Network of castles activated there. And he will fall with his Man-at-Arms. He does have 2 monks here, so we have some health regen and recover. Also wants to fall back to the Abbey. We do now have the House of Learning now being put on field. He immediately needs to get out a number of archer rangers for crossbowmen. I don't know how many archer rangers he has at the moment. I see 4, which is a good number. Ghazi Raiders heading for these villagers. We do now have gate being set ablaze. Villagers migrating on out of there. Man-Arms push the way forward. Man-Arms pushing the way forward here. He will run this. He will actually smash in forward and grab that relic. Might as well. Orange just advanced the Castle Age. So he now needs to take time to collect the relics. Should be able to get 3. Now got the Bone Blades research. Upgrading the display. So a word I cannot pronounce because it's foreign to me. And I don't really speak foreign all too well. This one crossbowman may go down. Needs more of them. 4 on the field, 5 more on the way. More research on the way as well. Orange is now backing on off. Got a handful of crossbowmen there. Destructionary Wolo. Man-Arms once again pushing way forward. This Man-Arms being focused down by the Ghazi Raiders. Orange's crossbowmen are getting hit. Those are the units he needed to keep alive. He should have kept the spearmen around a little bit longer in the front line to let his crossbowmen escape. Now we've got more crossbowmen being deployed on out. The Tower Victory, of course, have increased attack speed. Villagers now running away from these men-at-arms. They will be gunned down by the crossbowmen. We'd also have these venison collectors going to be engaged by the English men-at-arms. And we also got the king here. So, long live the king. He does have, of course, right now 16 or 22 damage. And now got the Palisade Gate going on down. King taking some damage. The king is dead. Brain right now is just going for mass man-arms. He is mixing some spearmen. A handful of them would not hurt, at least not him. We also got some now man-arms being pulled up by the Delhi Sultan. Armor clad will give him +2 melee armor. The Honed Blades will give his opponent's man-arms +3 damage. So they are technically slightly better. Additionally to the Tower Victory, they have increased attack speed, making them far better though that is equivalent to network castles. In defense, network castles will make them equal, and network citadels will make the English man-at-arms better, but that will be more defensive than offensive. So overall, Orange's man-at-arms can get very nice, and they already reached a pretty good point that they are nice. The Deadly Assault man-at-arms are just superior. So the English economy is, of course, better geared and producing man-at-arms for the food collection, and now the English player is about ready to advance to the next age. I'm not sure he's going for the Berkshire Castle. So he's going to make sure his farm economy is nice and safe. Lancer does pick off that one man-at-arms. The mill up here has been set ablaze. He likes his venison very cooked. He likes it overdone rather than well done. And now we do have the military academy being researched as well. Man-at-arms does go down. We do now have some various research, including party rashes, the next item from the House of Learning. And now we've got a veteran being pulled on the field. English player is now advanced to the next age. He has gold within not his opponent's borders, which is different than between being in his own borders, because he has no real concrete borders, just the town. And now Orange going to break on through, have a battering ram open some holes in that wall. Down south we do have stone being collected on up. He may be eyeing for a keep. Experience armies rotating around, but the elite man-at-arms research is almost complete. Enclosures technology on the way. And we also got textiles, a little bit late for that, but better late than never. Especially when his villagers' lives on the line. We do now allow a round of walls going on up there. Orange trying to constrict his opponent's movement. Got a number of houses up here. This will put the English player at population cap. Got a number of veteran spearmen mixed on in as well. Doesn't need to go any higher than that. Plus he has fighting only a small number of Ghazi Raiders and Lancers. So he does have adequate number of spearmen for them. Of course, just with Castle Vision, he does not know how many cavalry units he's fighting against. We do now have this Scholar taking some damage there. More mining research. He may be on to seize the gold down south. A keep here could be very useful. Got a handful of spearmen. Good spear race there. Impales a Lancer and gets the Ghazi Raiders. The king has been redeployed. Long live the king. He's now engaging. He does, of course, have elite upgrade. No elite army tactics. So his men-at-arms do have higher quality at the moment. King moving around there. Also got +2 melee damage and +2 range armor, +1 melee armor. So the English man-at-arms are not fully kitted out. There may be some sort of exact mathematics going on that I'm not really familiar with, since I don't really know all the exact mathematics off the top of my head. Maybe it doesn't need the extra melee arms, simply put. Green's now pushing forward with some various units. Orange rotating around. And now Orange also advances way forward. Orange does have a larger army, but only by a small margin. Orange does have a higher quality army as well, but that can be misleading with the elite upgrade versus non-elite upgrades. He has a good number of crossbowmen firing away there, and since they do have the Power of Victory influence, they have pretty good attack speed as well. Orange's man-arms being killed on off. Another round of man-arms here. It looks like orange will hold. Green will be whittled on down. Got this force moving around. Got the king some damage here, being healed on up. He does go off the villager there. It doesn't appear to be orange has textiles. No, he does not. Elite army tactics now on the way for the English player. That will cause orange massive issues having that high quality infantry units. The king is dead. Now the spearmen and the man-arms may get one, maybe two villagers. Somehow that villager stayed alive, the other one went down. Green monk will go on down. Right now green just has spearmen and man-at-arms. Definitely can cut the... he's starting to build some more lancers. A handful of spearmen wouldn't be half bad, but not really a good idea to go for too many. Man-arms does go down there. Green spearmen will probably lose out to those man-arms. Man-arms now engaging each other. Right now, orange is very far from aging on up, so he looks like he may not be able to age up this game. He's spending all of his resources on military units. He has an excellent number of crossbowmen, but now we do have some Magnalos being pulled up with the English player. In addition, you can get rolling Strutter Springalds to escort them around, which can be very, very useful to killing off his opponent's Springalds for his Mangonels. Orange's not going for a big wave of battery units. He's going to try to close the game, which I don't think he's going to go too low. Elite man-arms retreat forward with now the elite army tactics, and pushing the way backwards with the elite army tactics. Going for a second or third Maganel probably wouldn't be half bad. Gets decent falling there. Lancer's now moving around. He's going to stand and fight around his Maganel. He needs to make sure that he micros Maganels his opponent's range units. Gets a good volley there. Cleaving through them. His man-arms beginning slowly whittled down by those crossbowmen. Maganel takes some severe damage. Maganel does go down. Does get some good damage to the crossbowmen. Orange's arms starting to fall on back. Green's higher quality, but has lower quantity. The king is dead once again. He was alive at one point in time. Barbarian placed in a firing blade is fully fortified as well. Good hits there. Splashes down another guy. The king is dead. Long live the king. How many times am I going to say that joke? Probably too many. More battery rams being put on the field. He has built another Maganel, going for a second one. And remember as well, he's fighting against Castle Age units. Castle Age units are a little bit more vulnerable to Maganel with less health. Magnalos don't get increased health or increased attack speed. So if you need to just get one good volley into melee infantry, it's better to do against Castle Age units rather than Imperial Age units. Magnalos fires a volley. Gets a great hit there. Another volley there. Scores a decent hit, not a super great hit. Another Maganel volley there. Gets a good volley there. I think he does. Yeah, he does have the siege works there. Increase health. Doesn't get a second, third shot off there. This guy should be able to get one more shot off, maybe two. Gets another good hit there. He does go down there. Orange armies being cleaved through. Those Maganels did their job, and now Orange sort of fall back. Is lacking a front line now. Maybe ready to bypass the battering rams and go straight for the crossbowman. The king is dead. Again. Those units being cleaned on up. Man-at-arms pushing forward. Against good hits there on those crossbowmen. Those barons being cleaned up by reinforcements. Green will lose his handful of man-at-arms. English player also has a massive gold stockpile of gold. It actually needs more food somehow. English player needs more food. What heresy is this? The Deadly Summon is still scraping the bottom barrel, has a decent amount of wood sorted up. He may need to take all half the villagers off of the wood and I for some local berries. And Orange is back to the game now. There's Angrade saying, "Take watching," and on to the next replay. Yeah, I think that was the only replay I can get from that's longer than 25 minutes, so on to the next player. It's so nice having a main menu that actually not lagging up all the time. I may actually even be able to download some of the modded maps, because my game's not bugging out. Let's go ahead and try it. Or, I already had that copy of the modded map. Golden Heights. Oh, is this the one where, like, there's 3 gold in the center? Gotta get this one over here. Oh. It said it was a EGC or a modded version of the map. Huh. I'm just going crazy. Greetings, everyone. Angrade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Blue Roost. We have MYI Antoton. Spawn on the south side as the Pink English. We have Goli, Dak, Lick, Delic. I have no idea. It's in weird elite speak. I already have trouble speaking English enough, let alone gibberish. And we do now have Pink migrating out to sea, trying to claim some fishies. There are only 3 deep sea fish, so probably a good idea to only go for about maybe 10 fishing boats out here, and then just throw additional ones over this side. When it comes to map generation as well, we've got deer both on the high ground. This is a Roost player, so it's back on off. Take a look and see his trade bounties. 0. Pink is finding all the deer. There's also half killed off deer here. I wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, I have the Roost player selected. Is it bugged? Or has he legitimately not found any trade bounties? This has to be bugged, right? Okay, let's take a look. Got gold. He has trade bounty. Is it a replay viewer issue? This is the new patch. Okay, let's take a look. If I were to back out the replay viewer and then go back in. Oh no. He just straight up not been finding a lot of trade bounty. Oh no. And English player also got a lot of fish. It's not looking good for blue. We got another golden gate on the field. Very rare landmark to see. He's also going for an early night. An early night. He can sell off some resources to get out that bit of gold. He has enough wood now. He may put a bit of aggression over here. English player is building the council hall. He needs to get out an archer ship pretty quickly. With the council hall as well, he also get ×2 archer range. Roost player is going for horsemen. I think he's going for mobility to help force this place down. Villagers taking some damage there. One villager does go down. These are, of course, English villagers, which means they had the bow, but they don't receive bonus damage for being classified as range. They just take regular damage. Or did he actually take extra damage from on those villagers? It looked like he was doing 11 damage per strike when he has 9 health damage. Maybe I was reading it. Either way, the dock is slowly being portioned out. It's now going for archer ship to provide some shore bombardment. He's taking time to collect the berries. Ugh. There's a handful of deer still there. He may not even... Let's see, what has he scouted out? Has he even seen that deer deposit? No, he has not seen this deer deposit. We do not have a Loida galley in upon field. He's trying to claim the sea. He has an archer ship there. Horseman taking time to torch down the dock there. Loida fishing boat backing on off, or archer ship. He will get the horse a good health regen here. The Loida and the archer and the galley are the same combat-wise. Villagers taking some damage there. Yeah, they are taking 9 damage per strike. I don't know why I was thinking they were taking 11. I maybe was just misreading. Archer ship getting some damage there. No spring gull. Oh no, we do have a pink spring gull shipping on the way. Taking some pot shots against the arch fishing ships. Spearman being chased by some wolves. Yeah, that would actually wound him, well, soften up a little bit. So the horseman could potentially engage it. Does get some damage there. No, he did get the villager entirely. Villager entirely down. Archer ship getting some repairs, and now got the naval arrow slit. Villager trying to repair up the Loida galley. Horseman being warded away by that single spearman. English player has gone for 2 archer ships, now going for a fire ship. And there goes the Loida galley. There we have now the incendiary arrows firing away from, or the dock arrows. The archer ship may go down here. The attack speed is relatively slow. He's trying to repair it on up. I'm pretty sure the next arrow could take it out. Does retalk towards the fishing boat. 35 damage per strike, and there goes the fishing boat. Horseman now engaging the English villagers. This one has, what, 1 health, 4 health remaining. So even villagers can take him out. Does take out the wounded horseman there with that single spearman. And this dock is almost set ablaze, as the villager did go down that was nearby. Nothing being pulled up with the Roost player. He currently has 2 charges on his Golden Gate. And looks like the dock shall go down. Right now, Pink has less villagers than Blue. Blue has gone for a secondary town center. How bad is this trade bounty? He found those remaining deer. And that will give him to tier 1 trade bounty. Ugh. That's still not great. He's also been collecting up berries with what? No economic research? Ugh. That's not good. He must have struck out on sheep. I don't know how much sheep are on this map, now thinking about it. Pink has a handful of sheep. Now to clean up some of these deer here. 9 villagers. We do also have these longbowmen, spearmen, horsemen with the horsemen. Scout taking some damage. He wants to kill off the wolf, which now will give him a bit of gold. Longbowman kill off the wolf. He'll also give him a bit more trade bounty. He probably should eye for the high trade house, but even then, maybe I don't know what he should go for. The Abbey of the Trinity is just generally not worth it. Does call another wolf there. And Hydra also will at least get him some more trade bounties, some decent food generation through the deer, as well as some extra gold generation. Still just generally probably better. Best location probably would be right around here or here for it. But that would be very exposed. You could eat into some of these trees, so I can place a bit more inwards. We do now have the arrow slit now being researched at the wooden fortress. And with the nearby secondary town center, he can store up to 16 villagers. Huh. Did they, in the recent patch, they made sure that the second town centers have 8 villager garrison rather than 7? Guess they put a slight buff there. Looks like Pumbaa would be next. He does not have textiles, no blacksmith research. He's now going for wood chopping research. A nice thing about the wooden fortress here, it may be a good idea to pull a lumber camp nearby just to get that extra wood generation. What he's doing for that one there. Pumbaa now being engaged, and that boar does bore that villager. So now there's 7 villagers there. This is exposed, but off the beaten path, so it is have an inherent concealment, giving it some safety. Roost archers could garrison inside some of these structures to get those arrows going. Got a number of spearmen and longbowmen here. Do also have the outpost here. Think is now creeping forward with outposts. Scout down, not big surprise. Hunting cabin now under fire. Archer range now being built here as well. He's going to engage longbowmen with regular archers. Longbowmen only cost 10 more resources, or 12.5 cost increase compared to archers, but they have a lot, what, +1 damage, +1 range, or +2 range. So they do punch a lot harder and a lot further. Definitely worth it. And now with the network castles, these guys are going to be nice and strong. One villager does go down almost immediately. 2 villagers goes down. And maybe one does have both the town center and the wooden fortress garrison. He doesn't have any other upgrades there. A really nice charging way forward. Gotta be a bit careful. Archers taking out those spearmen. If one of the spearmen go down, then it's early knights can take out those longbowmen. But right now they're just going to take out these battery rams there. Pulls back the early knights. One early knight does go down. Archers focus down those spearmen quite nicely. Now villagers push way forward, torching down the battery rams. He does move the wooden fortress. All the spearmen now down. Another early knight here flanking around. He does have +1 range damage. Both sides have +1 range damage and armor. Got one spearman there. He has enough knights to quickly ran him. That one does go down. I think that was a scout. Wasn't really paying attention to what model that was. Wheelbarrow now being researched. We've got now the early man at arms and melee damage being researched by the English player. He may be on to transition to Man-at-Arms Spearmen. He has a good number of Longbowmen, and he of course has the sea claimed on up. He does have a good number of fishing boats there. He has 10. I think he should put at least 4 here, then 3 here, which... Actually, just 4 here, 3, 3. That way, the fish will last a long time, and the long traverse time will make the fish consume roughly the same rate. We do not have textiles being researched now. Scout is down, not big surprise. Villager taking some damage there. Now the villager does go down. And now got a battering ram being built. The knights moving around, looks like they're being tasked right there and trying to intercept reinforcements. We got only 5 spearmen. They can be quickly focused down to let the knights do the work. Battering ram takes down that wall. We do now have stables now being built. Knights now heading down to the farming area. We got some spearmen among other forces there, and now he may be killed off, pushed to the ends of the earth. There's also a wall segment there, and that is traversable. At least that wall segment, that of course will allow an opening for Pink to push on forward. You will immediately start rebuilding it with a fortified palisade gate. Slowly picking down that one fortified palisade gate. Pink does have a sizable army, so does Blue. Blue has an army of 56 archers. This one has an army of 46 longbowmen. Building more man-at-arms. No additional fishing boats been put on the field. Looks like he's just going to let his... He could probably actually eye for a couple fishing boats for the shore fish. But when if he depletes the fish too quickly out at sea, he can always go for the shore fish. Ink does have a larger army in the field. Well, no villagers appear to be got sniped. Fires a couple rounds there. Man-at-Arms does take out that battering ram. This Man-at-Arms does take a bit of, or Knight does take out that. What's taken out? We have now these Man-at-Arms straight forward. Archers backing on off. Spearman won't last all too long. Once the Spearman goes down, then the Knights can push forward and hit the Longbowmen. May could supplement his force with a bit of Horsemen, help engage those Longbowmen. A bit more cost effective than using the Knights. The Knights, of course, are very good. We do also have Wooden Fortress back here in case it's needed. All the barons have gone down. Network castles have been activated there. Knights being peeled on off. Archers push way forward. Archery range is now being built here. That villager does get sniped. Now look at the high trade house being built. It's being built out right there. An okay spot. All the trees basically been consumed there. And he's also taking time to consume up these trees with this secluded hunting cabin and lumber mill. All of them needs to get another lumber mill deployed on out. King's Palace not being deployed on the field, which will give him an extra villager queue. Right now, Blue does have more villagers. Pink has not really mass-produced fishing boats all too much. Another archers there, more horsemen, more knights. We do, of course, have the veteran archer research. We don't see the veteran knight or the standard knight upgrade. We do see the standard man at arms upgrade and the veteran longbowman. And a sheep has been claimed. Maybe got to just click on that sheep and just right click back here. Let him migrate home slowly. But either way, he's going to lead that sheep to glory into battle. How's the deep sea fish? Yep. As I like to say, 3 fishing boats does slowly. He has micro fishing boats there, so the deep sea fish will be lasting a long time and reliable. You can see how much, if you put one more fishing boat there, they would be all depleted by now. But now they're just only slowly being depleted, which means it's going to be constant food trickle. And it's going to be a bit more than trickle, honestly. He could go for extended lines to allow him to bit more quickly withdraw that food, but may not be really necessary. We got quite a bit of gold here. We got a roost keep, mining camp. Another gold deposit here and here. And each player does have 2 small gold deposits here. He can always claim up. Yeah, what did the roost? Yep, King's Palace. The English player went to King's Palace. Regular knight research on the way, as well as some economic and range armor research. Do we see armor clad? No, we do not. It's on the way. There's also a relic there, but no warrior monk to try to do a wool. We do now have another outpost being built. Horseman now trying to clean us up. This wounded hog, he never got healed on up. We'll buy some defense. Archer ship will find some volleys as well. He can increase the range of their ships by 1. Whose keep has been built. He needs to get the villagers on the inside. Does mostly. A couple of them are not. There's not enough room for all of them though. The keep will provide some excellent fire support. Doing another English man arms before. Got some roost crossbow mixed on in, but they're on the front line, so they got ripped apart. Armor clad has been researched, so these man-arms will probably take 1 damage. So they're now 2 damage per shot. He just needs to get +1 range armor, then take 1 damage per shot. A horseman flanking around in to gauge the longbowman. Pink may push on forward, but the keep is still standing strong. And so the fight won't go poorly for Blue. And that keep will deny reinforcements, so these longbowmen now on the other side of the keep with not really pushing power. A couple more horsemen and knights charge the way forward. Now these longbowmen are going to be surrounded and picked on off. Keep was still getting some good shots there. And still partially is. Taking out reinforcements. A fully garrison keep can take out reinforcements very quickly. Now the rest of Pink's Longbow and just how are just trying to run. Best to keep running. Warriors Fortitude now being researched, as well as boiling oil. Another set of crossbows to go on down. We also got a warrior priest now on the field. Blue has claimed 2 relics and picked up a 3rd. Relic number 4 is right there. Longbow does get a shot off there, but looks like the warrior priest will escape on out of there. The last relic's right there. It is possible for Blue to claim it, but unlikely. Pink does not have a monk on the field. First man at arms will be just a front line unit, draw some fire. Right now, the Roost player has a crossbow. He's going for more than man at arms. The English are pretty predictable in producing large number of man at arms. There's a safe assumption you can go for crossbowmen. High armory now being built. High armory being built right here. We've also got a wooden fortress there. Villager backing off. Has multiple... Oh, there goes a wooden fortress to the trebuchet. And right now the Roost player has plenty of gold stored on up. Not a whole lot of wood or food. So you can get out some elite research and university research pretty quickly. But not much else. You could go for a round of mangonels. Those cost mostly on the gold side. Or, well, they do cost more on the wood side. I don't know. It was Age of Empires 3 where the artillery costs more gold than wood. Trying to torch down some of this stuff. He also has a couple sheep going to be Let the Glory. What's the name? You and 1 male, 1 female. I always forget there's names for the male and female sheep. You and something. You and Ram? No. Maybe? Villagers. That is actually a really bad spot for mining camp. Villagers now can start to keep there. Boiling oil now melting away. Mangonel finds a volley. The English player has almost enough food to age on up. He needs a lot more gold, however. And additionally has a decent wood reserve as well, so good eye for more longbowmen. Now the Roost players are going to go for more Streltsy. Villagers are bringing up the keep now. And the man-at-arms slowly being picked on off. Does take the Mangonel that was over here, but this one is still firing away. Crossbowmen picking off some of his opponent's infantry. And we do actually still have this knight moving around. And Scout does go down. Longbow engaging. Now got some Streltsy being blown field. Not looking good for Blue at the moment. Blue's keep has been almost destroyed. Got triple trebuchet. This player has plenty of wood. Just needs more gold. He has only 6 villagers on gold. He needs to change that. He does have 2 small gold deposits here. But right now he is out of gold inside his own base. Streltsy being micro to engage these units that he's charged on forward. Streltsy, archers, and crossbowmen push right forward. Mangonel finds a volley there on the crossbowmen and longbowmen. Over here, Bruce Knight still causing issues. Blue has still a superior number of villagers, only by 19. Another keep tend to be built, almost fully built, but almost fully destroyed. Take your poison. These players choosing lead from the Streltsy. And there goes the keep there. Now I'm for Wooden Fortress. Trebuchet still in a good position there. Got a pair of Spring Gulls now pulling the field. The Goose player also have 1,000 stone stored on up. Right now, Pink's army is greater, but Streltsy will cause them issues. Englishman arms just getting ripped apart by the Streltsy. Spring Gulls trying to engage the Trebuchets unsuccessfully. Longbow do take a nice volley there from the Maganel. Bruce Man Arms providing decent front line. They of course have excellent fire support with the Streltsy. Some of the Streelets are being focused down by the Longbowmen. And the Spring Gull is simply unable to engage those Trebuchets. Blue still puts some gold in the front line. Deeper has spent his food and now has enough gold to age on up and needs a lot more food. Chelsea and Man Arms straight forward. Maganel finds a small volley there. I think Maganel is trying to find more hits there. Does go down to the Spring Golds. Siege Workshop has been set ablaze, and now these Trebuchets are getting ripped apart. They only have 30 range armor, so the Schultzy will do more for 5 damage each. We've also got an English keep over here. Now that's where he's claiming this gold. Also enough resources to age on up, and maybe a good idea to go to the Berkshire Castle, and much more biased to the Warrenguard Palace. I don't think anything. Well, on the Rangers, we do see the Warrenguard Palace. Warrenguard Rangers may be the best thinking upon the field. Warrenguard Footmen won't offer any advantages. Warrenguard Raiders wouldn't be half bad, wouldn't be particularly great. And Warrenguard Armies is a nice way to supplement your Trebuchet force. I think Warrenguard Rangers would be best. 2 additional range and extra damage in order to snipe those Streltsy. Be able to really engage in range. 9 range is very significant. I can see Warrenguard Rangers possibly being useful as well, able to pour out horsemen and knights at a slight discount. Bruce player is going for more mana arms, now mixing some more Streltsy. Bruce economy is running on a tight budget. Pat slobbing the flank. Oh god. High trade house. I wonder how bad his trade bounty has. He even reached tier 2 trade bounty. He has. Ink's keep now under fire and now on fire. Keep does go down. Villagers are going to be next. Spring Gull's firing away. Crossbow engaging. More longbow being deployed in the field. Nothing appear to be deployed out by the Warrenguard Palace. Warrenguard Rangers do cost wood and gold. And the English player does back the game now. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay. Before I get started with the next replay, I do need to use your restroom. Please give me one moment. My apologies, I'm back. A little bit too short. 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 And too short. So, on to the next player. What name is this? Too short, and also mirror matchup. Even shorter. Too short. Go too short. Go too short. Go too short. Go too short. And here we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HPARS 4 replay. So on the bottom right side is the yellow mullions. We have Ultima Saurus. Spawn as the top left side as a blue Byzantian. We have El Louis MT. This is a new patch. Let's see, I can't remember what those changes to the mullions. Yeah, I can't remember what changed the mullions. But for the Byzantians, they did receive a couple of nerfs and a couple bug fixes. Primarily the nerf is olive groves now cost 70 rather than 60, so now they're only slightly cheaper than standard forms, which are 75. The build rate's still the same? Yes it is. Continuing with some other fixes where the water canteens were slightly fixed. Still, I don't think that landmark's any good. They need to rework that landmark because I have not been too impressed with it. That landmark's only useful if you try to go for cataphract or raids, I believe. Because in order to heal individual units like that, they has to be really good units. Grand Winery not being built. Speaking of which, we do also have a post back here. You could go for Mercy Magadai. After all, going for the Imperial Hippodrome does work of Magadai, and they can be monstrous. 4 damage, plus 4 damage on Magadai, 10 damage at an incredibly high attack speed. Think about that. And this one's spawn not going to be ever be claimed. So he could eye for Desert Raiders and or Mercenary Magadai. Mounts of quarry being built, do of course the mill, keep those doggies rolling. He's also going to bit of wood there, planning for barracks. Nope, he's going straight for the cattle ranches, so he's going straight for economic boom. Grand Winery almost built up here, only building 2 villagers. He may be going for a castle age. Villagers pushing the way forward. He does have enough resources for a... There's another town center. Maybe the Grand Winery could have pushed a little bit farther forward. If he would have put it right there, could potentially affect both those buried deposits, but he'll be pushing forward to this buried deposit. Those a little bit far away from town center. Maybe that scout placement there was getting his way. Local doggo being stabbed. Both sides designed to eco up. No military structures over here, just cows. Over here, we do, of course, him collecting berries from 2 sources. cistern there. He's also still putting a small amount of stone there for the aqueducts and cisterns. As opposed to the Grand Filani Corral, we have Berserk, probably just for Donzo to ward away the Scout. We do now have the Western Mercenary contracts, which will of course allow access to Longbowmen, Lance Connects, and all that sort. I'm going back on out. Get them selected there, and now we can see the stuff in the Mercenary House. Scout taking some damage there. Got multiple horsemen now pulling field. His opponent is playing some Donzo. The longbowman will be very effective against them. We now have these horsemen and scout moving to engage this mining camp, or pit mine I should say. Not take time to torch down the housing, going straight for the mining pit. Probably a good idea. Housings are 1/3 the health, and the mining pit is all the income. That was a nice volley there. We got these longbowmen horsemen push right forward. Takes out the scout there. Got more Donzo point viewed as now some javelin throwers. I don't remember what balance changes they were in this. Looks like all the same. Huh, wasn't it used to be like +3 damage to archers rather than +2? Maybe this was slightly nerfed. Wasn't it like +3 for all of them? I think now they put more emphasis on Donzo to get their javelin a bit more alpha damage. +6 damage, I'm not sure how effective that will be. Can't remember. Honestly, you rarely ever see elite Donzo. I honestly have no idea how effective that damage will be. Byzantine player is going for a good number of horsemen, so we probably should get the Donzo keep producing. We also have now a good number of longbowmen field. It's soon to be 15. Donzo to take a pretty good volley there. Javelin throwers are a little bit exposed and a little outnumbered. Yellow has an army of 18 versus 25. Good volley there on that horseman. One does go down there. We do not have the Donzo and javelins. He needs more javelin throwers. He has plenty of Donzo. Right now, the Byzantine player has +1 range damage, going for +1 range armor now. Got +1 range armor for the Malian player. I forget, does Donzo's spear throws, that does do range damage when it gets affected by plus range damage or plus melee damage? We now have a 7/7, +1 range damage on the way. If we see 8, then we know it's range damage. If we don't, then it's probably melee damage. One of those things where I just don't remember off the top of my head. We do now have the survival techniques being researched. We do also have the range armor as well. Horseman taking some fire there. Mercenary longbowman taking some damage there. One does go down. Both sides taking losses. And those horsemen had taken some damage there. Donzo will start whittling down quite decently with their spear throw ability. Golden Horn Tower now being put on the field. You can also not get the veteran mercenary research, just so it can focus on getting them longbowmen, but it would take a bit of time for the first spawn to come out, so probably not super really important micro like that. I put more value in the longbowman than the lance connects. So in this case, lance connects would be decent against the Malians, since the Musfadi warriors do bonus damage which is heavy and not versus light. Or Malian archers still be useful against them. Grand, Fulani, Corral not being pulled on the field. Both players are really trying to build it up. Horsemen charging way forward, trying to torch down this housing. Or the mining pit, I should say. Has been set ablaze. And will go down. Good number of javelin throws there. Multiple horsemen going down. Only took damage than he did. The mining pit is what, 150? Yep, and a little bit of lost mining gold collection time. Let's assume another 20. Lost like 3 horsemen there, so he probably lost definitely over 200 resource deal, less than 200 resources of damage. At level 5 cisterns now deployed on the field. Going for a bit of stone collection and gold over here. We do now also have the Limitani research. Got a Musavadi on the way. We got some more Limitani and now some Varangian Guard, or how we pronounce their name. Up north, local doggos getting bites on the monk. Villagers do go down there. Gonzo pushes way forward. Limitani now engaging. Bit of damage there. And all of a sudden Donzo falling back. Rotating around, trying to gauge Limitani once again. A Varangian Guard could activate the Berserk mode in order to increase the damage output. Longbowman fire away, getting some great damage, punching through the veteran gem thrower's armor a little bit more quickly. We do have 6 range armor at the moment. The archers right now, Longbowman only doing 9 damage. And get the 10. The Spotty Warriors now engaging these villagers, taking them out. Horsemen pushing or making their way around. Horsemen do go down there. We do now have the imported armor research, increase the armor of the sofas by 2. So maybe I aim for some sofas in the near future. Varangian Guard to take a volley there. Donzo, mostly Musfadi Warriors, push way forward. Javelin throws need to focus on those longbowmen. Longbowmen do send some damage there. Longbowmen do have the same movement speed as heavy infantry units, as the Varangian Guard and man-at-arms. Longbowmen over here engaging. More of the javelin throwers pushing way forward. Up north, we do have the wolf getting some bites in the monk. Javelin throwers get a volley there, takes out some of the spearmen. Musfadi Warriors and Donzo push way forward. Javelin throwers focusing on the longbowmen quite nicely. Looks like Yellow's just getting overran by a good number of melee infantry. Backing off now. Donzo fires a volley there, or throws a volley. Does utilize the formation move there in order to increase his movement speed. Spotty Warriors and so forth push forward. Ground throwers doing some good damage there. Doing some good damage there. Yellow's front line is disintegrating though. Some gem throwers do take some melee hits. Yellow's doesn't have much of a front line at the moment. Gem throwers trying to focus on longbowmen. Now they get hit in melee by the Lumitani. Lumitani right now do have the shield wall up, taking less range damage. And Blue's front line will go down. His longbone does skip on out of there. Going for more longbone. Also has some lance connects being built. I think that's from the... Yep, most of the Golden Horn Towers going for some lance connects. A handful of them being mixed in the army is not bad. Be capturing some of Blue's sacred sites. And looks like Blue is eyeing for some stone walls now. Blue right now has mostly army of Longbone and Lumitani, has some Varangian Guard, and has of course a handful of Lance Connects. Lance Connects, I don't think it's in that group at the moment. There they are. The Spotty Warriors charging me forward, gain some damage. Sofas will get hit quite hard by those Lumitani, but right now, Blue's Lumitani is just not staying alive long enough. Lance Connects now engaging. Lance Connects starting to go on down. There we go. Got some more Lumitani over here coming for a flank. They're able to hit these Sofas quite hard right now. Longbone being focused on by these javelin throwers. More Sofas. Now we've got some standard archers moving in cornfield, helping engage those Lumitani. Both sides losing quite a bit right now. Army at 38 versus 33. And looks like Yellow's now falling on back. What if the olive oil units are now being calculated in? Doesn't look like it. The replay viewer still does not calculate olive oil when it comes to destroy army and army value. Sofa is getting hit by some Lumitani. Varangian Guard also being pulled in. Another round of Lance Connects here. They should do great work, but now with more Mauling Archers in the field, they will do a lot less work. Two Lance Connects still in the field. One nearly dead, the other one is at full health. Yellow's now pushing along the flanks with those Sofas. Got some walls here, including some gates. Up north, second side being decaptured. Over here, we've got now the Varangian Guard engaging the Musfati Warriors. Looks like some cows are being dipped. And all the sacred sites now captured by blue. Sofa is moving around to find some more villagers. They could probably find the sacred sites as well. After all, one's right there. And he does find it. Because that was a stupid joke and happened to work out. Paladin School now being put on the field. I hear a longbowman pulling out the Balings. I think I thought I heard right there. Blue's falling back. You can feel the longbowmans on top of the walls, giving the +2 range, and of course, range resistance. Paladin School, of course, give him access to the arrow volley research as well. And now we've got a keep here to help him keep what he has claimed. Grand Winery is fully enclosed as a good number of olive groves back here. Of course, got this outpost here, upgrade the Maginot Prison, but it's not fortified, so we'll quickly go on down. Palisade Ball taking some damage there. Villagers backing through his walls now, behind his walls. Trying to get some more wood there. Now got the Maginot and boiling oil research. But a good way to use your olive oil, boil it, and drop it down the opponent's backs. Right? That's olive oil, right? Not like the Byzantine players are known for incendiary Greek fire. That's Greek. Now got the Illuminati pushing way forward. Archers and longbowmen engaging. He is going to elite the mercenaries, elite Illuminati, and the elite Varangian Guard. High foreign as well. He has all 5 relics claimed. I was not paying attention to that. Probably 2 are inside the Grand Winery. Or 3. Wargill forces to push forward, but he's going to be thrown into a choke point there. Longbowman getting some great hits there. And plus, he has to keep firing away as well. It's not going to be a pretty victory for Yellow if he does win the fight, but overall, it does seem like Yellow's winning the fight. Maginot placement getting some damage, and Yellow does back the game now. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And my apologies, before I get to the next replay, I need to use the restroom again. Please give me one moment. My apologies, I'm back. Let's see. Is any more replays? Let's see. Can't see if anyone went through that. It was relatively down the list, wasn't it? It was that one. Short. And everything else from the previous patch. So, on to the next replayer. Too short. Too short. Too short. Short. Too short. Too short. Still too short. And short. Too short. Oh, here we go. Let's see. The Ottomans had, I think, faster production times for military schools, and Jeanne d'Arc had changes the royal cannons in the most recent patch. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Bars for replay. Spawn on the south side is the magenta Ottoman. We have Liquid, Demu. Spawn on the top right side is the green Jeanne d'Arc. We have L, Louis, MT. And something I just realized as well, doesn't this map used to have like 3 gold deposits in the center in the map? Not 2? No, we always had 2. Ugh, I'm out of it. Since this is the recent new patch, the Ottoman player gets what, slightly faster producing military schools? Was it slower? There was a change to that and I have no idea. It was from 5 to 4.25 or 7.5. I'm not so sure. And Jeanne d'Arc has the same changes to the French when it comes to the royal cannons, where the artillery shot ability can only be done to buildings. There's maybe some other changes to the Ottomans I'm just missing. I can't remember. By the way, green has a good number of deer close by. Magenta has both his deer deposits in the same area as well. Smaller ones spawn a little bit farther away for green. Sultani Trade Network now being built. And we've got the School of Cavalry. Where is Jeanne d'Arc? At the moment, there is she, building up the structure now. The villagers seem pretty happy chopping down trees. Is also chopping down a tree. I'll just get out some housing. Oh, I'm not going to be going for horse. I'm probably going to go for an early royal knight. Scout moving around. Done some housing there. Looks like Magenta was a pop cap, no longer. We're also getting now an arrow slit here. Jeanne d'Arc is probably pretty close at leveling on up. Or for mining camp there as well. So she may be eyeing for some, what's it called? A secondary town center. Royal Knight now push way forward, and now do have the man-at-arms variant of the Jeanne d'Arc. Ottomans tend to go for a bit heavy, what, Archer, Meter, and Spahi in H2. Spearman, of course, will be very useful in this situation. He has nothing, not even a military school at the moment. So Magenta is eyeing for a fast fortress, a fast castle. He does have an arrow slit there, which will provide him some defense. He can always fit another villager over here. Has 18 villagers here, so technically not all the villagers can escape if he would charge on in. Be a bit suicidal though. The Ottoman player is almost ready to age on up. He must have gone for 4 villagers for a more precise amount of resources. He has a Sultani Trade Network, in which will give a nice little spike of 70 gold per minute. And also it does consume 3 population. Jeanne d'Arc is classified as heavy infantry, He has 3 range, 2 melee, or 2 range armor, 3 melee armor. So she's vulnerable to crossbows, and she doesn't have a really high range armor to withstand town center fire all too well. Got wheelbarrow there. He is out of sheep now, so he's now needing to collect up berries. Oh, look, there's a little bit of sheep there, it looks like. He needs a little bit more resource to age on up. Wait. Green has gone for quadruple scout. Do we see professional hunters? Professional scouts? Yes, we do see professional scouts actually researched. Okay. Was professional scouts cost reduced? Nope, still the same. Of course, the French gets cheaper economic upgrades. So it looks like Green was stealing his opponent's deer. Very nice. He did not steal any of her own deer just yet. This scout was taking time to steal up that deer to pause as well. So the French player is going to have plenty of food. The Autumn player, not so much. Has 11 villagers on food. Okay, he brought home a round of sheep. That's what's going on. I thought he would have plenty of sheep to age on up, but he did not. That's because the scout didn't drop them off. A 5th scout has been deployed in the field. That is a large number of scouts. Mid Imperial Army being deployed in the field. Scouts do bonus damage versus artillery. Remember that. It will be a test. It's a live fire training exercise. You potentially could see some military schools now. Let's switch out. Let's see what Vizier he's gone for. Ah, that was the sheep. He got it from Anatolian Hills. That's what went on. That's where he got those sheep. The scout may have not dropped those sheep. He must consume them all. That Vizier came in handy to say the least. Couple stables there. He may be eyeing for lancers. Of course, got this building consecrated. Oh yeah, the consecrated buildings. Reducing the cost of the scouts to 52 to a dirt cheap 52. That's actually quite a play by the Jeanne d'Arc. Having produced scouts faster and cheaper. Huh. Not bad. Still a good idea to apply the consecration on town centers, since they will provide you quite a bit of resource return. Scout versus scout. Green's villager also is helping shanking the scout, and Green does win. And he will bring that sheep or deer home. Multiple lancers now built on the field. This Feudal Age Knight will have trouble versus these Castle Age Lancers by a large margin. And plus, since there's a lot less combat there, Jeanne d'Arc is probably going to be very far from aging up. Not aging up, leveling up. Almost another Vizier experience for another Vizier point. Oops, I was going to switch over to Jeanne d'Arc. Yeah, she's still pretty far from leveling up. Jeanne d'Arc can now go to Castle Age. She's going to be killing off Boar. That will give her some experience. Guildhall not being deployed in the field. Eyeing for economic play. Already has 2 centers in the field as well. Only has a slight villager lead since the Global Trade Network does give him a slight inflation. You can also build some more traders there to throw them in there. The value of them traders from actual trade is, of course, weak, but it is in basically 100% safe. Bush trying to repair up that walls now. Green's just trying to stall out his opponent. Maganel being being pulled up by the Autumn player from the Mid Imperial Army, of course. castle is complete. Hopefully there are some archer ranges. Yeah, going for some arbaleteers and play the veteran knight, royal knight. Walls being repaired up once again. He's trying to pick off those villagers. Single knight charges way forward, trying to draw some fire, but looks like the wall will go down. Distraction right there, buying green some time. And that little bit of time there, he should have just kept on throwing. That little bit of flinch there will allow him to get some extra time. And the wall goes down. The villagers will be murdered. That gave the Jeanne d'Arc player a small window for more crossbowmen. I'm not sure where Jeanne d'Arc is at the moment. I hear her. More deer being brought on home, so the French player still is eating quite well. Villagers getting hit. Towns that are firing away. Guildhall is collecting up food. May want to pass another resource. Another building got consecrated. More arbaleteers need to be deployed on the field. Magenta has now killed off 6 villagers. Green has only killed off 1. We even out the 2 town centers quite nicely for Magenta. And still has a very good force of Lancers. Scout goes down. Villagers getting impaled. Not enough room for all these villagers. And as well in this patch, the secondary town centers now provide 8 population rather than 7. A very good boar number and deer number. Local doggo getting bites on the imam. Villagers going for berries, not a great food source, but a food source. Lancers engaging the town center, the capital. Villagers are getting impaled as well. No, oh, we do see textiles. So that one knight or lancer does keep on out. All these lancers are wounded. Does he got that royal knight there and the local doggo. One of the lancers do go down. Jeanne d'Arc is here. Almost have all charges of Holy Wrath available. Has a charge of Consecrate available. Not to immediately go for it. Just make sure you go for it before you max out your charges. The lancers do go down. Let's see, right now I'm thinking Jeanne d'Arc. I think the Red Palace would be good since this map is a little bit laney. 3 distinct lanes, so the Red Tower can help her. The Red Palace will help her lock down one of the lanes. The Royal Artillery School, I don't remember exactly what it does anymore. It always seems a little bit lackluster to get like royal variants of your artillery weapons, which is just marginally better and generally not worth it. The Ottoman player could age up with the Observatory for better production. Magenta does lose the Imam there. Or what was the other one for the Ottomans? It was faster production speed, or I'm drawing a blank on it. Since usually the Observatory is usually the default, does steal another deer there. Very nice. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the Sea Fortress that provides armor to traders and movement speed to traders around keeps, which could be useful, but he has a Sultani trade network. You got 1 gold landmark for another one, the sports gold landmark. I think since he got him for Sultani trade network, probably not a good idea to go with this great Sea Fortress unless he really wants a keep. But yeah, the Istanbul Observatory is probably a little bit better We do also have the 4 military schools back down here. Agenda's now going for another town center. He can always go for a handful of traders here. Personally, I think it's a good idea to go for it if you want to get some more villager numbers up going. It is expensive and will be inferior to individual villagers. We don't have to go for a secondary town center and get at least 7. That can give you a nice spike of 7 additional civilian workers. And now I do have Jeanne d'Arc, who has gone. Where's Jeanne d'Arc? There she is. And she can bring champions, the anti-spearman variant. I mean, it looks like the Autumn Plague is going for Janissaries, so the raiders or riders wouldn't be that great. Crossbones are not very likely to be seen by the Ottomans, since they can just pull out Janissaries and engage the heavy cav as well. To be honest, the Ottoman crossbowman is largely not very useful. Janissaries cost 160, crossbowmen cost 120, and the Janissary is just generically better against everything, while also providing a lot more anti-cav damage. Sure, the crossbowman may do better against man-at-arms, which is its only small niche compared to the Janissary, which is anti-cavalry, both heavy and light. 16 damage, archer attack speed, actually a little less range. It's also point towards the crossbowman. Overall, the Janissaries would probably just do better than the crossbowman. After all, Janissary can see 16 damage. There goes Jeanne d'Arc. Completely surrounded there. Compared to the Arbaletier is 12. Slower attack speed, longer range, more bonus damage, some bonus damage is heavy as opposed to Janissaries, which is like times 2 damage. Yeah, times 2 damage versus all cavalry. Against the French, who tend to go for a bit more of the heavy cav, Janissary is going to be better. Against man-at-arms, the crossbowmen are better, but the higher attack speed does make it a bit more minimal. The extra range is still quite nice, though. Janissaries and crossbowmen do move the same movement speed. Good number of mangonels here, as well as a pair of lancers. We also got a keep here. He's going to steal his opponent's gold. Very nice. Jeanne d'Arc needs more gold and a lot more. Actually, her food is non-existent. Has she already consumed all the deer? She appears to be able to consume deer, so now transition to some farms. She can always throw some villagers on the berries, and for the interim until she gets enough wood. Autumn Plague has enough gold to aid Jeanne up. Oh, looks like that local doggo played fetch with 2 large balls and got crushed. Janissaries perform. We'll see a good volley from Arbaletiers. Taking out those Janissaries. There goes Jeanne d'Arc. She does cost 500 gold right now, so she is expensive. Champions and spearmen push their way forward. Howdy. Janissaries get a good volley there on the mangonels, or not mangonels, onto the units trying to engage the mangonels. Mangonel does go down. Janissaries being macroed quite nicely. But looks like the mangonel will go down. The mangonel, of course, being built from the hidden Imperial army. He only has Janissaries remaining, and now trying to pull out some Sipahi. Right now, Sipahi will be good against the Arbaletiers, but does have to be careful of those spearmen, of course. So maybe mixing some archers with Janissaries wouldn't be half bad. Just to help engage the spearmen. Of course, Sony he is going to the veteran Sipahi research. Both sides have 2 relics claimed. Green has picked up a 3rd. Mangonel finds a good volley there. Green already has some spring golds. Yep. Pretty much all the Age of Empires are quite nice. Personally, my favorite is probably Age of Mythology, and I can't wait for Retold to come out. You now have a big line of stone walls being built. College of Artillery actually being pulled on the field. Okay, I said we're probably not going to see this one. The Royal Artillery does make it so these units do plus 30% more damage, and unlocks the artillery ability for cannons trained from the College of Artillery. It contains siege and gunpowder technologies, trains units and research technologies faster. I think the College of Artillery got a little bit buff. I rarely ever see this thing, so I honestly can't remember exactly what it did in the first place. We do now have greased axles being pulled on the field. The Autumn player is not aged on up, very far from it. Not very far, but still need a lot more resources. Imam does go down there. Sipahi, more Sipahi being pulled on the field. Never played it, honestly. There's a lot of games I haven't played. Another local doggo goes on down. And now we do have the Ordnance Company being researched, as well as Boiling Oil. Let's take a look and see what buildings are consecrated. Got Stable, Archer Range, School of Cavalry. Probably a good idea to consecrate the School of Artillery. Consecrate's now available. Be great, probably very important. There we go, the Royal Artillery is consecrated, which I don't see the cost reduction, probably because of the Autumn player selected. Right now, nope, I do have him selected. Oh yeah, and the research just got completed, so now it has cost reduction for everything. Blah, I thought the research already complete. So now we got the cheaper siege weapons. 25% reduction on the College of Artillery is very nice. You can get the chemistry here, as well as siege works and greased axles. Probably a good idea not to go for the Revolquin. The Revolquin has no range armor and has melee armor. And he's fighting against the force of mostly Janissaries, so Janissaries will rip apart the Revolquin. A Royal Cannon or two wouldn't hurt, at least not him. Spearmen and crossbowmen are over tiers straightforward. Got a decent number of Janissaries. Istanbul Observatory being built. Magenta just being a little bit slow. Got the Elite Spearmen, got the Gamberson research. Various other research there. Supply getting ripped apart. Trying to finally get some efficiency or experience. And now Green's going to be stealing some relics. Let's see. Or pretty much any most Divas, so they did ruin some. Are you talking about Microsoft or the first company who made a Stronghold Crusader? Some of these structures going down. Janissaries straightforward. The RTS I got in the most was probably Company Heroes 2, and I was severely disappointed with Company Heroes 3. In general, yep. It feels like the RTSs have been on a bit of decline, where there just has not been any good ones. Some okay ones, but nothing that stands out. The last one that really stood out was probably StarCraft 2. Even then, the quality did take a little bit of hit with Heart of the Swarm, and then even more so Legacy of the Void, but still was pretty strong. Janissaries moving around. For a time frame, some computers are pretty reliable, like Relic, until they made Dawn of War 3, and then Heroes 3. But they did work on Age of Empires 4, and they did a good job at it. Not the strongest in the title, but not a bad title. We do now the Sultani Trade Network now under fire. Of course, the capital has gone down. Janissaries have seen a bit of damage there. Janissaries moving around, got a couple Mangonels here. Of course, the Janissaries will rip apart Jeanne d'Arc no bones. She is classified as cavalry, and they do a lot of bonus damage versus cavalry. She only has, what, 40% range resist at the moment? 45. Jeanne d'Arc has to be very careful. Has some raiders here along with some regular man-at-arms. More of the structures going down. The traders are now exposed. Janissaries being pushed on forward. We've got right now 49 Janissaries, handful of Sipahi. We've got chemistry on the way for the Janissaries. They do have trench guns. Those are trying to push forward, but they will be gunned on down. With the metros nearby, they'll have really high attack speed. Maybe a good idea to activate the passives to get a passive 5 range armor, plus 1 range. And that should really make them much more durable against the Janissaries. We're seeing damage output by 25%, the base damage output. Janissaries push forward, get some damage. Of course, we got the keep here. Janissaries trying to fall back, slowly being whittled on down. Got a single man-at-arms or a raider or champion moving around. Another champion here. Oh, I'm just spectating. I'm not playing. I'm casting. We've got a good number of villagers on the gold deposit. Cleaning on up. Mangonel is far away. Does take out the outpost there. Green does have an outpost here. It is fully fortified and upgraded with a nothing. Gold over here. Still 3,000 gold, so there's plenty to work with. Green's also stealing this gold stone deposit up here. How is the build hall coming along? As good amount of gold store within the stores. Jeanne d'Arc is scraping the bottom barrel mostly of the resources. So is Autumn Flare, but does have a small food reserve. 6 site victories on the way. So he needs to smash and grab one of the sacred sites. The flanks will be a bit more exposed in the center since he knows there's a lot of mass here. Throwing some battering rams along the flanks wouldn't be half bad. Takes out the outpost there and gets a good cleave through those villagers. Capital under fire. Every time they lay down a brick, this one puts a rock or a shot into it. Roll cannon backing on off. Mangonel's final volley there. Janissaries firing away, getting some damage on some of the spearmen. Sipahi charging way forward. All the spearmen have pretty much gone down. Sipahi can get some good work done. But the landmark is still there. It only has wooden walls here, so he can break through with his current weapons. Does a great bombard here. 1 minute, 40 seconds remaining. Villagers being gunned down now. The Metra's really increasing damage output. Mangonel's hitting that fortified outpost is not a good idea. Great Bombard is going to be hitting the flank to crack it open. And now Green's arm is 41, Magenda's arm is 42, very similar numbers. Great Bombard getting some good hits on the stone gate. Another hit there. Mangonel's chipping on in as well. 600 pounder gets another good hit. 1 minute remaining. Remember as well, the sacred site does pause when you're contesting it. Let's see, now is locked in at 52. Incendiary arrows not being researched, as well as the Court Architect. Because I like casting. I do this for a lot of different games. Age of Empires 3 and 4, Age of Empires 1 and 2. Probably going to be doing for some other games coming out soon. Will be Age of Mythology Retold, maybe Stormgate. Janissaries taking out those spearmen there. So now the Jeanne d'Arc takes some damage. Good hits there on the Great Bombard. Culverin taking some shots there. The 6-eye has been decaptured. We're completely resetting the time. So Magenta has a lot more breathing room. And Green does not want to breathe at all. We got the Janissary taking some damage there. Jeanne d'Arc being focused down. She's still just 9th variant. I wonder how close she is to leveling up again. Still needs a little bit more experience to level on up. Good hits there. It's probably good there when Jeanne d'Arc levels up, probably go with the Bombard variant rather than the more champion variant. There goes this outpost. More rocks hitting it. Outpost does go down. Trying to rebuild the walls there. Jeanne d'Arc can capture the sacred site herself, or she needs to be redeployed. She does cost 500 gold a month, which Jeanne d'Arc does have enough to redeploy herself. Arbiter is backing up. More artillery gets a good shot there. That was not the artillery shot ability. It says do 30% more damage now to structures. Right now its damage is approximately 780, so 30% more damage. We'll put it over 1,000. So 1,000. Two of them could probably two-shot almost any building. Great Bombards firing away. All 6 sites have been recaptured by Green. Does recapture it with a monk, not Jeanne d'Arc. Spy pushing the way forward. Spy could activate Fortitude. They will take extra damage from those spearmen, but they think it's worth it at this moment. For sure, right now. Want the Great Bombards to go down. And Green's force over here really cleaned on up. Spy getting some more damage there. There goes the Mangonel. Bombard will go down as well, or Royal Cannon, I should say. Jeanne d'Arc is redeployed. The Hidden Imperial Army now being under siege by the trebuchets. And got some more of these champions being put on the field. They do bone sandwiches, spearmen. They're so pretty well statted for a man-at-arms variant. Janissary is now engaging the man-at-arms, standard man-at-arms. More hits on the Hidden Imperial Army, still has not been fully built, so its free production will not be enabled until it's at full 5,000 HP, at least for a brief moment. Does not take a volley off at Jeanne d'Arc there. Great Bombard finds a direct hit there on the trebuchets, one-shotting it. Is taking damage from the Culverin. Does have a shot on the Janissary there. See the counter barrage hit there. It's reloading. Culverin fires and takes out a Great Bombard in time. Holy Wrath was activated there. Now got the Cannoneers firing away as well. Both sides losing a good number of units. It looks like Magenta does back in the game now. As Angrade saying, thanks for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see. That was this one, right? Yes, it was. Short. That should be a decent length one. Yeah, just had to make sure it was a correct replay. And before I get started this one, I do need to use the restroom. Please give me another moment. My apologies. I am so. I'll get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HMARS 4 replay. Spawn on bottom right side as the red French with L, Louis, MT. On north side as the green English we have Dubussy? Probably butchered that. Oh, enjoy. We do now have the deer deposit being cleaned on up immediately. The deer do spawn pretty close to town centers on this map. Looks like green spawned a little bit closer than reds. Red should have vision over this deer deposit. This map is also filled with gold, so we got plenty of gold on the flanks here, plenty of gold on the flanks over here. Wait, okay. I don't know why I couldn't see the gold deposit icon right there, even though it's right in front of me. I can be a little bit blind. The French player is not eyeing the deer deposit right now. I'll go to School of Cavalry. And with the new patch, the French do get their slightly faster villager production, going from 10% to 15%. So they do have better villager production now in Dark Age, but it is still the same in Feudal, Castle, and Imperial. Additionally, their Royal Cannons now have a bit more focus towards anti-structure in this current patch, and there were some other things, I can't remember though. Maybe all the notes were just talking about the Royal Cannon. School of Cavalry now being built, of course. Each player is going for the Council Hall, eyeing for some longbowmen. Oh, good idea to eye for a barracks and get out some hardened spearmen first. Red does find a good number of sheeple he can lead to glory. Scares that deer there while at it. Very nice. Nice bit of micro there. Small things like that does go a long way. We do now have a house there, so the French is eyeing for a secondary town center. Each player also has enough stone for a secondary town center as well, so both sides eyeing for eco. Wood being cleaned on up. We do now the scout here. Mining pick specialization. The French course gets cheaper, what's it called, economic research, as well as faster villager production. Is textiles faster? Looks like textiles is in fact faster as well. It's just general work speed, I guess. Red eyeing for a bit of walls there, as well as down here. Does cancel this set of walls. He may just add the wall in right here instead. There's another deer deposit here, but no gold down here. All the gold's over here with some stone. Royal Knight and Scout pushing the way forward now. Secondary towns are now plowed out by this gold deposit. I have a good feeling it's going to go for the White Tower. The White Tower seems a good defensive position, as well as good mixed production. Going for a line of walls there, which will deny his deer deposit there, but of course it's English. There's a good chance he won't even touch the deer deposit. Rely on the sheep farms. Knight pushing way forward as well to go along with the scout and knight. So our techniques now being researched by the French. We got 2 Royal Knights here. Scout down here. They'll attain the ram. The English player has no barracks, no nothing on the field at the moment. I am pulling for Fortress Age as soon as possible. Here not being claimed here. Scout moving around. We've got the palisade walls being built. You know, these palisade walls is an interesting position. Design a wall in the berries, put another round of walls here. Either way, both players just eyeing for eco. Let's go to fast sword a little bit. Red is idle right here with his military units. No one has died. I don't even think only this red scout that took damage, hasn't he? The green scout is at full health. More houses there. Now got the guild hall being built and the king's palace. Oh, king's palace, not the white tower. I was mistaken. So that will act as a third town center. The French player does, of course, have a faster villager queue. So the French player has currently a better villager production rate, but that will be overcame by the king's palace. Either way, the difference in villager numbers is going to be quite minimal. The guild hall will probably be a lot more beneficial than the king's palace, though. Berries are being collected up. Did wall on the rest of that bit of there, so we'll secure these resources for now. We also got a bit of walls here. We do now the monastery and house being built now. Eyeing for some relics. French player already has a monk on the way. Eyeing for relics. Right now the relic placement, this one's pretty safe for red. This one over here is contestable. In center, very contestable. On the left side, very contestable. And red is claiming this last relic, so the French player has opportunity to claim all of them. The English player only has crossbone and spearmen. Wouldn't surprise me if we see the Berkshire Castle for the English player upon aging up. This map tends to be a bit more of a choke point in the center there. But the Werngard Palace can be very nice. After all, the Werngard footmen will do bonus damage against the Royal Knights, doing bonus damage versus all cavalry. I also a bit biased towards the Werngard Rangers, who doesn't want 9 of range longbowmen with extra stats. And right now, his composition of Spearman and Crossbone will go quite nicely with the Werngard arm, which gives him Spearman and Crossbone, and a Trebuchet for free. More Crossbone being pulled on out. Red will claim this relic. Green has one monk in the field, another one being built. Those are villagers. I'm not sure where Green's monk is at.
Yeah, on a good stead.
Brest, Suisse devra servir.
Spearman pushes the way forward, gets some good damage there. Spearman takes another volley. Over here, we got the wolf biting the villager. Scout does spot the outpost. Just hit my microphone. And we do now have a keep in the center of the map, trying to secure this gold and stone deposit. And there is the mining camp being put at the stone deposit first, so he's going to be eyeing the stone before the gold. We do also have another outpost over here. Green does have a monk here. But Green may actually claim this far relic. And now is going to be hunting down that monk. Got the veteran horseman research. Veteran knight has already been researched. The monk will go down. He may need to do a very preemptive wolo. Bunch of angry men, 26 after him. There's the wolo. And it's going in. Does get the kill there. Scout down. Green does not have another monk nearby. Horseman goes down. Got some Arbiteers and a red villager there. Trying to continue building the outpost. Villager and monk. The villager, she's getting hit quite hard. Got a couple more spearmen there. Does get a nice spear brace there on those Royal Knights. The Royal Knights will take out that one spearman, does not take the other one. Horseman does live, monk goes down, and some of the Arbiteers are being focused down as well. We now the veteran archer research now on the way for the French players, going to get out the counter to the spearmen. No longer going being pulled up the English player at the moment. Arbiteers firing away. When they get Gamersons, they have quite a bit extra armor to engage these units, but of course, he does not have Gamersons. He could get inside the keep there to get those Arbiteers safe. Villagers need to get inside the keep either way. Losing too many villagers here. Red is very far behind on Green's villager production. The extra talents are just coming in a very long way. Plus losing 6 villagers there is not great either. Green's crossbowman falling on back. We do have another group here. Green's monk may have been spotted, but he does not have a scout here, so may have been out of vision range. Yep, let the monk follow the spearman. Red has claimed 3 relics, picked up a 4th. This is the last relic that's not going either direction. And we've got the Royal Knight now patrolling. Spearman goes down. Range armor and spring gold being researched. I wonder what the Guild Hall is currently collecting up in resources. Horsemen and Royal Knights take some damage there. Spearman pursuing. Royal Knight takes some damage there. That Royal Knight will go on down. Outpost gets cancelled. Villager takes some hits. And Red's horses are making their way back home. Taking out that wounded horseman there. Does pick him off. The rest will escape on out of there. Of course, got the keep here and got the cost reduction here. The keep influence. Guild Hall has 1,500 food stored on up. Almost enough for an age up. Maybe good idea to really focus on gold and then perhaps eye to age up. English player right now has a good amount of farm economy up and going. And some idle villagers there, so needs more. No, it has plenty of wood.
God's sweet could that be made?
Villagers taking some damage there. Outpost does go down. Spearman does take some damage there. Crossbow and push way forward. Red's archers and arbiteers can take some hits there. Horsemen do charge forward, hit those crossbowmen. Red's archers And Arbiter is getting hit quite hard though. Spearman being whittled on down there as well. Now Red's archers do now have a upgrade here, just fortified outpost. Fortified outpost not complete, nothing too extremely important at the exact moment. Got some Englishman arms pushing way forward. Armorclad is on the way, he has no blacksmith research at the moment. English players now going for more man-at-arms, still more crossbows. Around palisade walls there. We also got a market here. Traders now being built. No, not traders. Why did I say traders? Workers. Trying to collect some more wood. There's not a whole lot of wood left there. There's plenty of wood down here. That seems like a good spot for a lumber camp. Monk will go down. All because I captured by Red. That will quickly change. And now with the Red Palace, he's eyeing to really lock down the center. This map can somewhat avoid it based on the conflicts. Of course, this will provide a lot of influence around some of these gold deposits and help protect this flank. Does cancel the Red Palace there, putting it next to the more of the sacred side there. That will be more central part of the map. More likely the fights will go around it. But the villagers are going to be slightly exposed. Archers and crossbowmen. Horsemen charging way forward, trying to get those crossbowmen now. I don't think Red can now withdraw out of this conflict. Some of the villagers are taking some hits there. Horsemen engaging the crossbowmen. And does cancel the Red Palace there. And now he's fielding it at outside his area. Yeah, he's going to lose a number of villagers. Crossbowmen or Arbiters getting some good damage on those men-at-arms. Couple spearmen mix on in. Horsemen push way forward. Red's archers here are still alive. Once this Red Palace gets built, everything nearby will probably just disintegrate. Man-arms, English man-arms still cause some issues. Does have +1 range armor. Bring golden placement upgrade on this keep, and the Red Palace is here. He's getting everything inside. There we go. That is going to annihilate everything. So right now, since they all garrison at the same time, he's going to overkill a lot of individual units. By the way, now the Red Palace has been built. And now all of his keeps also get Arbalest in placement as well. So this is going to be a very good hard point there. It also allows him more keep influence. So it's able to pull out some more infrastructure there for more production or cost reductions. Green has an army of 45. Red has an army of 18. Has 1 battering ram. And mostly just Arbaleteers. We got now the elite Arbaleteer enlistment incentives. Now to the Berkshire Castle, and that will be able to range the Red Palace. I'm not sure if that means anything. But this will cause a bit of issues for Red. The Arbalest has 10 range. The cannon placement has 9.5. Yeah, the cannon placement there, definitely not needed to upgrade it. Not a lot of DPS from that. It'd probably be cheaper just throw a villager inside, or any military unit inside of it and be better. Slightly less range, slightly more damaging, and 1/4 of the attack speed. Berkshire Castle now pulling field, which provides some good coverage in this region. It also denies more infrastructure being employed around the Red Palace to get more production going. Maybe good idea. The French player already has a trebuchet. This would probably be a good spot for the trebuchets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, trebuchets should be able to range it from up here. Though it'll be a bit hard to defend itself from spring golds from the low ground. It'll be easy to defend yourself from spring golds from the high ground. Either way, for the Red Palace here, spring golds are not going to get close. Battering ram push way forward, set ablaze some of those walls. We got walls, more or less. There. Red also has some zone walls here as well. We can build a stone tower to provide some fire support. That's not going to happen. Insidiary is being researched by the French. He's eyeing for an Arbaletier composition. Each player could counter with the Mangonel. Network of Citadels now researched. Elite man-arms in the way. And we all got the geometry research, increasing damage of trebuchets by 20%. Right now, pulled out his own trebuchet against the Red Palace. Geometry is now researched. I heard something got deleted. From where? I'm not sure. Horsemen and Arbiters push way forward. They'll take a lot of fire. The Arbiters may want to activate the passives. And +5 range armor could help out in surviving the Red or the Berkshire Palace. Or Arbiter is not firing away. He does have now the crossbow turrets upgraded as well as Gamberson. Now 10 melee armor. So that is going to make them a lot more resilient to the man-at-arms. Straightforward. Now there's the passives there. Again, +5 range armor and a good passive 1 range. Berkshire Castle getting repaired on up. No holding oil research, which could have been very useful right now. There goes the trebuchets. Green's Berkshire Castle's receiving massive fire. And there goes Berkshire Castle. Now that the siege works being researched by Red on make sure his trebuchets stay alive. Arbiters engaged in some of these units over here. Villagers migrating up north. We got a number of farms over here. Guess he ran out of space back there. Arbiters now being engaged. Spearmen were not going to be very useful against the Arbiters. After all, right now they're just regular spearmen or veteran spearmen. They have 12 damage at the moment. And right now, the Arbiters have 10 melee armor, so they're going to do 3 damage per stab against Arbiters. That is going to be inadequate. Of course, if he gets more melee upgrades, he has the army, just not enough melee upgrades. He also comes with the Spear, that will help out a little bit, but not super great. Horseman taking out those units, got also a Red Palace over here. Not Red Palace, Keep, which does have the Arbalest in placement. Another keep here. How's the guild hall? Has 1,000 stone loaded up, so he can bring out and has enough stone for another keep. Got now the siege works being researched by Red. Got some horsemen over here, walled in. Spearman push by 4 does have the Elite Spearman research now, so it needs more melee damage. This Elite Spearman has a little bit more damage at right now 14. So they're going to do 4 damage per stab against the Arbiteers. Not great. Horseman gains good damage there onto those crossbowmen. The Spearman, of course, will still be excellent versus the Horseman. And take out some villagers here. The English players down to 93 villagers, which is not great either. Let's get those numbers up and going. We're disturbing the deer a little bit. These horsemen do break on through. Spearman pursuing these horsemen now, chasing them around. The horsemen are quite damaged, and we're going to have to see a little bit of sandwich here. We'll get some good damage on those horsemen as they fall back. We got a massive round of researchers being blown field, spending all of the gold, even going for Chivalry. At this point in time, Chivalry's probably not going to be important, since the chance of a nice re-engagement between conflicts and not being constant conflict is unlikely. Arbiteers backing on off, got more horsemen here. The Elite Knight makes sense, the Elite Archer makes sense since he's fighting against a good number of Spearmen. Chemistry, always nice to have in case you want to go for hand cannoneers. And saddles should be pretty decent, as well as some other weapon placements. Right now, each player needs a lot more food, has plenty of wood. May want to take half the villagers off of wood and build some farms, but right now some of his farms is being set ablaze. He's trying to regroup some forces there. Red Trebuchets may go a little bit too far forward. There'll just be attack move now to attack some nearby structures. And now got another red keep here. Also a keep over here with other infrastructure. Try and bring in some battering rams along the flank. Or some artillery. Got a cannon. There's a Revolquin on the build queue and another cannon. Not battering rams. Nobody expects a flanking Revolquin. Horseman push way forward. Does find the Spearman, not really hitting the crossbow all too much. The Arbiters do not have passes active. Another red keep almost complete. Chemistry now completed for the French. Elite armor attacks on the way. Arms being stoned. And Cannoneers take some damage there, and looks like the replay bugged out. So, nope. I guess red or the English player backed out of the game. Oh, on to the next replay. So my voice is starting to get a little bit hoarse right now, so I'm probably going to end the stream a little bit early tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening and get some good rest.